Just the thought of aliens is terrifying. So I decided I'm going to give you 3 movie suggestions. Some I absolutely love. There's one that I'm in love with, one that's fun to watch, and one that is kind of, I guess I'm a little disappointed. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Why'd I include it in this list? Because there are some good scenes, there are some scary scenes, and I really saw where they were going with this, but one thing just threw me off. But I thought I'd include it in this list because, you know, you might enjoy it yourself. I do have a bit of fear of aliens. Whether or not that is an irrational fear, I don't think so. I think anything's possible. First one I'm going to talk about is Dark Skies from 2013. Is a sci-fi horror starring Kerry Russell, Josh Hamilton, J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons has a smallish role in this, but he's still in the film. I love him. The Barnett family is mom Lacey, father Daniel, and their sons Jesse and Sammy. They live in suburbia. Daniel is currently unemployed, leaving the mother, Lacey, the sole provider. She's a busy realtor. She's trying to make ends meet while the father is still job hunting. There are some strange occurrences that takes place in and around the family home. Somebody is breaking in, and this is one of the things where it's like, are aliens breaking into people's homes just to do these annoying pranks? Because the fridge is open, there's food scattered about, kitchen furniture is just stacked on top of each other, so you can see these weird designs being painted on the ceiling through the lighting. It's just, you know, it's more of an annoyance than anything. Very weird. And by around, their house is attacked by a flock of birds. Actually, several different flocks of birds. All the birds basically commit suicide and just fly into this house. So eventually the family's like, you know what, we're going to put up some security cameras and see if we can find out what in the hell is going on. So yeah, some stereotypical alien shenanigans. There are some good jump scares because there are actually some good jump scares out there. Now, as I said, J.K. Simmons is in this. He has a smaller role, but of course I'll mention him because he's a great actor, and anything he's in, I'm going to watch. He's just a great character actor. So the cons are, as I said, the expected alien tropes. And we see the aliens for a couple seconds. The pros, J.K. Simmons. The fourth kind is from 2009, of course, a sci-fi horror thriller starring Mila Jovovich, the girl from The Fifth Element.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
Now, the film begins with Mila. She tells us that this story is real, and the character she plays, Abigail Tyler, is based on an actual person, and the film will feature actual archival footage presented side by side. Now, we were told this as she spins around in the forest. Trigger warning for people like me who suffer from extreme motion sickness. So Dr. Abigail Tyler, she lives in Nome, Alaska, where there is a suspected a federal alien abduction cover-up. Abby's husband was murdered, leaving her to raise her 2 children, Ashley and Ronnie, on her own. And Abby tapes her hypnotherapy sessions with her patients. She discovers a trend connection that a white owl is staring at them before they encounter mysterious creatures. While there are many unnerving and creepy scenes in this film, the side-by-side scenes take me out of this film. First, okay, we know that these aren't actual recorded footage. It's all fictional. And you know, even if they were, it would make sense for them to actually just have the actual footage. Like, why would they reenact it, you know, for these shots? So I feel like it should have been one or the other. Like, it should have been the archival footage or the film. It should not have been spliced or split screen. For me, it took me out of the film. And there were instances where they trusted the audience enough to, you know, use our imagination. Like when people were hypnotized, or she was talking about certain scenes or certain things that she remembered. We didn't have to see it. We could hear people talking about it. And that was scary. We didn't need to see it. We could hear it and use our imagination. So the con is the split screen. It really threw me off. The pro, it is scary. It's really a violent, unnerving, and frightening abduction scenario from aliens. Unfortunately, probably kind of accurate if aliens did exist, because I'm afraid aliens would be more like humans. I feel like it could have been really good. I was just really disappointed. Now, my favorite out of the 3, and it's called No One Will Save You from 2023. I believe it was a Hulu film.
Cool Whip. You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
It's a sci-fi horror film. starring Caitlin Dever. She's most recently known for portraying Abby in season 2 of The Last of Us. She was also in Justified and Last Man Standing and many more. She's a great actress. I love her acting. I love her style of acting. So when I saw that she was in this film, like, this looks really cool. I can't wait to see what it's about. I really kind of went in blind. I really didn't really have much of a clue about what it was about. And I don't even know if I knew it was aliens or not. I just wanted to see it. Caitlin plays Bryn, a young woman who is, as we say, an old soul. She keeps to herself. She apparently makes money online. She's a seamstress. She sells stuff online. She doesn't have to deal with people. That sounds awesome to me. I can make money without dealing with people. She does avoid the townsfolk in this small town. So it's very odd because she seems like a normal person. She seems like she's like maybe from the 40s or 50s. The way she dresses, the way she carries herself, the way she acts. She seems like she's from an older time, but it is modern day. When she goes into town, she acts like she's scared to run into people. So I'm like, well, maybe she's agoraphobe. We do learn eventually why she avoids people and why people hate her. We can poke holes in it. We could say 2 sides to every story type deal without giving too much away. But there is at least an answer to that. But she is a homebody and she keeps to herself. She's perfectly content to keep to herself, which I understand. One night she hears an intruder. But as we soon discover, this intruder isn't human, and it seems like it's not coming in peace. Now, one thing I will say too, there's very little, if any, dialogue. There is almost 0 words in this film, which is pretty cool. I think that if you convey emotion, urgency, or anything like that without having to speak, that's great acting. I'm trying not to give too much away, but the aliens, I will say, we do get to see them. So that's really cool. And it's not done in a way that, to me, it's not done in a way where we see them so much that we're not fazed by them, because while they are very similar, it almost seems like they have different roles. In bees, there are worker bees, drone bees, all that stuff. In this alien society, there might be like scouts, maybe attack aliens. But they all seem to have different roles. That was pretty interesting. There's a lot of humor in it. I mean, to me, there's some humor in it. And it's so unique. To me, I just loved it because I have not seen a film like this before. I'm trying not to build this up too much because I can tell you, it's not for everybody. I watched it with someone and he was like, what in the hell is going on? I'm like, just watch it. Just watch it and watch it to the end. And I think he was still confused by it because it doesn't have a black and white ending. So if you are expecting answers to everything, you will not get that with this. I think it's kind of how you want to interpret it. There are a lot of creepy scenes, again, to me. Again, not for everyone, so if you watch this and you're like, I don't get it, that's fine. It's just, I know that my taste is odd sometimes. But having said that, you should love this, but if you don't, that's okay, I understand. It also deals with a lot of guilt, and I still say, I notice a lot of things that I watch in horror movies. One of the worst parts of this film is the guilt. The character feels a lot of guilt, and I think that's stuff we can really relate to. There's a lot of guilt in this film too, and I think a lot of people can at least relate to that. So if nothing else, real world stuff right there. So the cons, I would say it's not for people who want answers. Don't expect to get an answer from this plot point before we jump to another. The pro is it's scary and it's unique. Alright, so those are my 3 alien movies. Those are my suggestions for you. I really hope you like them. If you have seen any of them, let me know what you thought in the comments. So if you have any ideas for movies that we need to watch or check out, or if you have any other movie suggestions for me that involve aliens, let me know. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye.
And keep watching the skies. Skies.